Hello, and welcome back, and a warm welcome to any new subscribers. Hello out there. So today I'm going to talk to you about what I've been making, because I've still been managing to get some sewing done, what I've done with my knitting project, which we spoke about another time, and some other plans coming up. So hang about. First of all, what am I wearing? Well, I'm wearing my Lyra dress by Tilly and the Buttons. Still bonding with it. I love the dress. I didn't put any layers on it. I just put the one layer around the waist. But what I've done is I've actually put a waist. I unpicked the sides and put a built-in tie at the back, and I'm much happier with it. Plus, I've realised what was really pulling was the sleeves. So I've made a note for next time I make it, if I do, that I need bigger sleeves. You see it's doing this funny thing here. But anyway, I'm happy enough to wear it now. So that's great, because I just haven't been wearing it. And to me, it's a lovely make, but it didn't fit exactly how I like it. So I'm much happier with that adjustment. So who else has made a garment that they think is going to be amazing, and then when you finish it, or when you get to the stage where it's nearly finished and it actually is not looking what you thought it would look like? So let me know in the comments. The other thing about this is I love this fabric. It's very light, it's lovely colour, but it actually doesn't suit me. The colour doesn't suit me, so I'm very happy that it's ever so slightly cooler, and I can jazz it up with a bit of colour now. So the dress is going to get a lot more wear in autumn, even though the fabric is quite summery. So it is an autumn colour, so I'm happy to wear it during the season, and maybe even into winter with a denim jacket or a warm jacket. So way happier with this now that I've made that adjustment. I have this fabric which is actually really nice. It's like a double knit, so it's stretch, and I bought it quite a few years ago in the preparation to make something for work. Well, guess what? Then COVID happened and I worked from home and then got made redundant. I've still been working. It's all been from home. So I haven't really had a lot of need for this fabric. I was going to make a nice suit, office type of suit. So rather than move the fabric on or have it sitting in my stash any longer, I decided to make some Stella joggers. So they're my basic joggers pattern that I absolutely love. Hard to look at, but I see these as a little bit more dressy tracky pants, a bit more dressy joggers because of the fabric being used, and they hang quite nicely. I'll try and put an image in here. Got gorgeous pockets in this pattern, nice little slide pockets on the side, which I've made with some satin that I had left over from another make years ago in my scraps. So that's and I do have elastic in the waist, and then I muck that up so it doesn't look very nice. The back especially didn't turn out very neat. I'm not worried about that because I always wear something hanging out. I don't tuck things in to joggers. The Stella hoodie and joggers comes from the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book. So I've just got this photocopied page, and that reminds me when I go to look it up what it is, instead of lugging the book around. And I've got the other instructions printed out as well. The instructions, I know how to make joggers through and through. However, things that are a bit tricky to remember about a pattern often are what's the seam allowance. And I don't know how many patterns I search and think, what is the seam allowance? Because there's such a variety out there. There's 6mm, there's 1 centimetre, there's 1.5 centimetres or 5/8 of an inch. And yeah, there's all this variety out there. So what I try to do is write on it what the seam allowance is, somewhere easy to find. Because I've made mistakes. I've made so many mistakes with this problem over the years. So the other reason that I've mainly got this instruction pages of the book printed out is that, as I said, I know how to make joggers. I don't really need instructions. However, making slant pockets is new to me, relatively. I've made 3 or 4 pair now, but because I don't make them that often, I still can't remember. So I do refer to the pattern for the pockets and very happy with them. I have extended them, made them a bit longer. I just find that some pockets, they're not really long enough. The phones these days are getting bigger, it feels like, and the pockets need to be bigger. Otherwise things fall out and you bend over and they fall out. Yeah, that doesn't serve my purpose. So I've extended the pocket, made it bigger. And so it doesn't look a lot different, but that's the inside. And the phone fits in there really nicely, and car keys or whatever I happen to be using in the moment. So that's my Stella joggers. It was a bit of a reset to make these because for me, stretch sewing's quite easy. I did lessons in stretch sewing many, many, many years ago, something like 35 years ago. And so I've got a fair bit of experience in stretch sewing. Having said that, I still make mistakes. So with sewing, what I find is you've never arrived. You never know everything. There's little tidbits that you forget. There's new little improvements that people make or discover different ways to do things. So it's an ever learning experience for me, which is very exciting. I love that part of it. So there's my Stella joggers, all done. Now I mentioned that I needed a reset. Reason is because it was a fairly big project. I made the Take the Chance shirt dress by Pattern Emporium, very similar to the Lyra dress. But I love the I love the Tilly in the Button patterns, and I love the Pattern Emporium patterns. And because I've got the All in Easy Fit shirt pattern from Pattern Emporium and very happy with the fit, I thought, let's make the Take the Chance shirt dress from Pattern Emporium. And I had this absolutely beautiful fabric I wanted to use, which is viscose cotton, really lovely, and got lovely drape. I thought when I had it in my stash, I thought I had bought linen, and of course I've got that much in there in the stash that when I dragged it out, I thought, actually that's really lovely. So that's got beautiful flow to it. So it's viscose cotton, it's digital print. I got it from Spotlight in the 40% sale in November 2023, and I had 4 meters. Now this did not take 4 meters, so I've still got a bit more, so I'm going to make a top out of it down the track. So the Take the Chance shirt dress, I made a size 12. Now it seems that I'm a standard size 12 in the Pattern Emporium patterns. It's evolving to be that. I did put a tie at the back, and I made a change. You know what? I actually got busy cutting out, and I think I might have been watching something at the same time or listening to something, and was a little bit distracted, and I made the 3 tiers. I don't know that I had full intentions to make it almost to the floor, but that's how it's turned out. So here's the images I have for you to have a look at. It's quite long, longer than I'm used to. I mean, I like the longer garments at certain occasions, and the other part of the change that I made to this pattern, instead of putting 100% gathering at the first tier where it meets the waist, I actually made pleats. So I made it flush under the bust sort of area, and then to the sides I've put pleats, both front and back. So it's a little bit different than gathered all the way around. I just wanted it to be a bit flatter over my waistline. I didn't want that accentuated. So I have worn it. However, I'm still bonding with it. I'm just not really used to this style or this fashion. I think I could definitely wear it with a belt, and that would be more in keeping with what my style is, what I'm used to. However, with the side ties, I can wrap them around and tie them at the front. And when I did, and that looks good, happy with that. And when I wore it out recently, I took a wrap with me because it was going to be a bit cool, or possibly. So I didn't want to carry it. So I wrapped it around my waist, just like a belt, and actually looked really nice. So I was happy with that too. So there's a few varieties of ways to wear it that I will wear. Caveat, if I find I'm not reaching for it because it feels like there's too much fabric, it's very fabric heavy, like there's a lot there, I may chop off one tier, but not convinced of that yet. I will keep it for a whole season or two and see how it fits into my style and my wardrobe. So, but I've been busting to make that for so long, since it came out. I've had this pattern for a long, long time. It was a project longer than usual because I had to draft up the pattern, or print it out, draft it up, cut it out, iron all that fabric, lay it out and cut it. All of that takes a lot, and I wasn't well. So I've done it in stages. The other part of it is I didn't make the straight sleeves like this one. I made it the flounce, which is part of the pattern. That's an option on the pattern. And for those of you that have used Pattern Emporium patterns before, you know that there's always heaps of options. It's absolutely fantastic the way Kate includes so many options. You've got all the different tiers, you've got all the different lengths, and you've got all the different sleeve options. So that's only like the combinations are quite endless. Well, heaps of choices. I'm really impressed by Pattern Emporium. Absolutely love them, and look forward to their many other patterns that I already own and exploring those a bit more too. Just want to say that last month I did a live stream, and it was great to have quite a few of you dial in. It was a very early in the morning for me and very late at night for some people. So it's hard to line up, the whole world. But we had Monday morning my time at 6 a.m. So it worked out quite well. So quite a few of you logged on, and part of that was I wanted to have a bit of a gift because it was my channel's second birthday. So if you haven't seen that, a lot of gasbagging, just lots of talking. Anyway, the winner of, or the person that was successful in receiving my gift is Ellen. Hi Ellen, who lives in New South Wales in Australia, and she's received the gift from me, and so we had contact, which was lovely. The other thing that came up in that live stream was the potential that I will have a stitch and bitch, I'm calling it. So it's going to be a Zoom catch up. So, but to be on board with that, please contact me on my with a private message on Instagram, and I'll put you on the group, and then I'll send out information, and we'll figure out a time, and we'll do a stitch and bitch. What stitch and bitch means is, it's not that we're going to bitch and moan. It's really an opportunity for us as sewers to get together, be doing a project. We could be knitting, sewing, cutting out, drafting a pattern, just sitting there, having a wine, having a coffee, whatever, live, and it'll be on Zoom so we can interact with each other. So I'm looking forward to kicking that off, and I want to give it a trial run before our winter kicks in. So I'll probably do that either April or May. You'll need to be included. You won't be able to just dial in willy-nilly. You'll need to have the link to get into the Zoom meeting. So it's quite easy, and you'll just get a link and you just click it and it takes you there. So yeah, looking forward to hearing from you and having our first gas bag where we stitch. It's not really bitch, but it's talk. Stitch and talk. The Bestie bag. I've successfully made my first one. I absolutely love it. About a month ago, or a bit less than a month now, I was going to a music festival, and I wanted a bag that would hold a drink, my phone, a few little knickknacks, maybe a sandwich, and I thought the Bestie bag will be perfect. So what I did was I made the medium size, and I made it in this some scraps, this black and white fabric, which is duck. I think it's quite strong. I had this left over from a skirt I made, a self-drafted skirt, and I bought this strapping to use. Having said that, I could have quite easily made a strap out of the same fabric. I ended up having enough, but I didn't know that at the time. And I like the pop of red. So I've had this amazing endless zip, and I figured out how to put the pull on there. Someone had gifted me that. Oh, that's right. The zip is red. It only just shows a tiny bit, and that's why I wanted the red strap. So the zip is beautiful, and the inside is the same as my All in Easy Fit shirt. So I've used this fabric. I've still got a bit more of this. So the lining, I don't like bags with linings that are dark. You can't find anything. So I wanted it to be light. I love the fact that it themes in quite nicely with the ladies on the front, or people, and then there's all ladies inside. I had seen someone make a comment that they next time will put a zip in one of the pockets. I didn't see it in time, and I kind of wished I had put a zip in the one bigger pocket, this pocket here, because if you want to put things that secured, like a little bit of money or a little purse with cash in it or something like that, it'd be nice to be able to zip it up. Way too late now to do it, but when I make the next one, the pockets on the other side are one big long pocket, and I've divided it into three. So my phone fits in one, and keys can go in another, and whatever. So that's really cool. And the inside has just got so much room. It's fantastic. The construction of the bag is really easy, and instructions are fabulous. I put this one-of-a-kind tag on there, which I think matches beautifully. Really happy with that. So very nice bag. I've been using it heaps. So gotta love a Bestie bag, and you can use your scraps, and that's the other great part about it, is using up the fabric that's sitting in that cupboard doing nothing. And it's a really good fabric. So fantastic. Really love it. Absolutely loving myself sick with it. An update on my knitting. Well, remember the jumper that I was knitting during Mum's illness and then later death? Well, that amazing purple slightly variegated yarn from Bendigo Wool, I had the whole back knitted, 3/4 of the front of one, and then I restarted the front of another. And I had all this of the garment knitted. I put it out there. What do I do? Should I rip it back? Should I keep knitting? What should I do? Should I make it a vest? What should I do? Overwhelming suggestions and response from you all. Acknowledge what I was leaning towards doing anyway, which was pull it out. So I have. I've ripped it out. And then I found myself with no knitting project. What? Can you believe that? So I thought, righto, well, I've got a couple of balls of Bendigo wool, this colour. Again, not really a colour I reach for, but a good colour to build on because the browns and the oranges look really nice, green. And it's been gifted to me because it was left over from someone that did a project. And it's the Galaxy Sunset Gold from Bendigo wool. It's 50% wool and 50% bamboo. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, I've not knitted with this yarn before, so I haven't knitted with any bamboo before, but it's knitting up beautifully. So the project is a vest. We'll only have 2 balls, so I only have 800 meters, I think it is, altogether. This is the project. Now, I've knitted this before. Sorry, it's a bit pale. It's a vest that has got cables, and it's got cables on the front and the back. Whether I do front and back is another question. So look how much I've got already. Oh, first of all, I did a swatch as per the recommendation, and I've stuck with the recommended needle size, which is, these are 4s, 4 millimeters. Oh, sorry, that's my cable needle. So I've already got this much. I'm on the armhole. Oh, it look nice with this dress. I'm on the armhole. It's like this. And the last one I made turned out so big because they do kind of stretch a bit. So it's going to be a bit more fitted than the last one. So it's going to be at or just over my waistline. If I'm wearing jeans, it will just come over the top of the jeans. So I'm nearly ready to, it says something like 58 rows for up here. I've only done 35. So I don't want it that big, the armhole. Anyway, so I'm adjusting that slightly, but it's coming along, knitting up beautifully. Doesn't that look gorgeous with the 4 panels? Very easy pattern. Don't ever be, if you're a knitter or a new knitter and you've not done cables before, they're so easy. You just slip some of the, well, there's 8 there's 8 stitches in the pattern in this section, and when it comes to the cable row, you just slip 4 or half of them onto the cable needle, hold that at the back, and then knit the other 4, then bring this across and knit these. Simple. It's not hard. It's a little bit, if you're a tight knitter, I think it can be quite difficult, but I'm very average. So, how boring. I'm an average knitter. So it's quite easy to do that. And they look so effective. I love how they look like a spiral. So it's knitting up beautifully. It's going to be lovely to wear, and it should be just in time. Well, I've probably still got at least 3 weeks of knitting here. Still got to do the other side. So, but yeah, so that's that. Finally, I thought, well, I'll get on with a project that I've made before and I'm happy with. I'm just making it a size smaller, and then I'll make it fit. So very happy with that. Oh yes, and what is the size? Petite, small, medium or large. I'm actually knitting the petite, which is 75 centimetre bust. But because there's so much give in it, that's why I wanted a little bit closer fitting. Yes, because it says here, this is a loose fitting garment. I don't want it so loose fitting. So I thought, all right, well, I'll just size down. And so casting on 99, and my bust is 100. So, but that's down at the waist. So casting on 99 and then increasing to 111. So 111 stitches, and usually, well, I don't know this for a fact, but I think I usually have about 109, 110 stitches across in the main body of my garment, and then I'm usually happy with it. So I'm really getting to know this stuff. Finally, it's taken me ages. So yeah, that's my knitting project. it's coming along quite nicely. It's not too hard to sort of do while I'm watching something on telly or if I'm doing something. It's a 8-row pattern, so I only do the cable every 8th row, and then it's quite easy. Just go back and forward and purl there, knit there, purl there, knit there. It's 9, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8. Yeah, easy. So great knitting. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've been having some sewing time or knitting time, and I hope you're enjoying the change in seasons. Worldwide, I think we're relieved to be out of the freezing cold, wet, raining, heavy snow in the areas, and we in Australia are very happy to be out of the heat because we've had, well, here in Western Australia, we've had an exceptionally hot summer, and I believe in other parts of Australia it's been the same. In the northern parts of Australia it's been flooding. So I don't know, is it an El Nino year or something? There's a lot of water around. I hope everyone is okay and doing okay if you've been affected by weather and the changes in the weather. Thinking of you all. Anyway, so enjoy your sewing. Hope you get some sewing done this weekend. Take good care of yourself. Until I see you next time, stay well and happy sewing.